present, the county commissioner, all members of staff of the national and county governments here present, the people of Wajir. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is with great pride and patriotism that we commemorate this important day of our nation, where we celebrate each and every hero and those who made us proud in different sectors. Apart from celebrating our heroes, we also celebrate our achievements as we confront the challenges. We join the rest of Kenyans in recognizing their efforts and sacrifices. We join the rest of Kenyans in recognizing the efforts and sacrifices of our founding fathers in fighting for the independence of our nation. We also recognize and applaud the efforts of our heroes who have made their contribution one way or the other in making this country what it is today. In our county of Wajir, I wish to celebrate the health workers who are working round the clock when the cholera outbreak started here. These workers have strived so hard, and we're proud to say that almost all the patients who were taken to the health facilities survived. I congratulate them and celebrate them as our heroes. I'm also very proud of our hygiene and sanitation officers who work very hard day and night to maintain cleanliness. The night soilmen of Wajir town are my heroes, and as a government, we will support them with everything they need to carry out their responsibilities. Fellow citizens, we celebrate Mashujaa Day at a time when devolved governments are striving to provide services to the people. When devolved governments are striving to provide service to the public in the grassroots. What we celebrate is our investment and gains in the health, transport, water and education sectors, which have not only strengthened our economy but also improved service delivery to our people. The weather forecast reports that were issued by the weatherman indicate that our county will receive enhanced rainfall during the expected El Nino period. Foremost, we pray that Allah will bless us with abundant rainfall with little or no negative impact on our land. I urge all of you to consider the warning and advice given by the experts when the rains start, as they have indeed started. It is our hope that the enhanced rainfall we expect to receive will fill the many ponds and dams we have dug across the county over the past 2 years, and that it will benefit us immensely. Among the expected effects of the El Nino are heavy flooding, outbreak of waterborne diseases, and possible death of human and animals in different parts of the county. As part of the mitigation measures, my government has completed a vaccination exercise for over 600,000 livestock across the county, and I'm assured by my CC for Agriculture that this program will continue. The livestock were mainly vaccinated against Rift Valley fever, which is among the diseases that are expected or that are feared to spread by the El Nino rainfall. We have already started digging trenches and drainage along the major roads to ensure the easy flow of water. We have cleared all water paths so that the rain water can easily flow to shallow wells recharging points. We are continuing with the cleanup exercise of all town centers, as well as preparing our health facilities for any eventualities. We have equipped and stocked these facilities with enough drugs. In spite of our best efforts, we will only know the real situation when it unfolds. We ask the public to be vigilant and to inform us of any incidents or circumstance arising from this El Nino rains. The Department of Disaster Management and Humanitarian Coordination prepared mitigation measures that will be adopted by various departments of my administration to mitigate against any disaster, as well as taken advantage of the expected high rainfall. The Department of Agriculture has distributed free seeds to all farmers across the county so that our produce is much higher, taking advantage of the expected enhanced rainfall. The Department of Agriculture and Energy will plant more trees because these seedlings are projected to do well under these climatic conditions expected after or during the El Nino. This will help us increase our forest cover and environmental conservation. The Department of Roads and Transport has embarked on a plan to complete all ongoing roadworks across the county before the peak of the enhanced rainfall to prevent them from being swept by the rains. By the end of this year, inshallah, the more than 25-kilometer tarmac road within Wajir town shall be completed. I would like to thank you all for your cooperation with the contractors in opening up the space required to do these roads. In the health sector, we have planned to construct more health facilities in this fiscal year. However, I would like to appeal to the health workers to continue working hard and support us in improving service delivery, even in the most peripheral areas in the health sector. 2.5 years of devolution has seen great improvements in the delivery of service to our people. However, we continue to experience certain challenges which constantly affect the smooth running of government. The delay by the National Treasury to release funds has resulted in delayed payment of salaries and bills in the county, thereby causing anxiety among workers and suppliers. The delays occasioned since July 2015 are grounding counties to a halt. Salaries need to be paid on time, and the contrary will mean social unrest among county staff and the stagnation in the provision of essential services to the citizens. The National Treasury must treat this issue with utmost urgency and the seriousness it deserves and release county monies immediately. The constitutional mandate that has been allocated for the complete transfer of all functions against the constitutional timeline that has been allocated for the complete transfer of all functions assigned to county governments lapses in March 2016. The limited transfer of functions to counties will inevitably culminate into a constitutional crisis if not remedied within the mentioned timeframe. At the moment, the inordinate delays occasioned by the various national government institutions in the transfer of the remaining county functions have compromised the implementation of the same. First, functions must be properly transferred through the recognized legal framework if they are to be effectively implemented. Unless the transitional authority gazettes for the transfer of a function, a county government cannot proceed to perform the same. Subsequently, any form of service delivery and revenue collection attendant to the pending function becomes impeded. Secondly, we must remember that our governance system is founded upon the principle that funds follow functions. As the ground is laid for the transfer of the pending functions, so must the resources be availed for the performance of those functions at the county level. County governments, through the Council of Governors, are calling for an urgent summit meeting by the end of this year or before to discuss this and many other thorny issues, including the state of our economy and the slow implementation of previous summit resolutions. The above issues affect all the 47 counties. For us here also, there are certain specific things that are peculiar to us which continue to pose a challenge. The security issues the region has experienced and the subsequent exodus of teachers from the county continue to pose a challenge to our education system. I would sincerely like to thank the efforts by the security team in the county who have worked tirelessly to return calm to our county and by extension to our region in general. The lack of a vibrant private sector continues to drive unrealistic expectation of the government's ability to employ. The public must be cognizant of the opportunities in the private sector and leverage on the business incubation funds and all other initiatives by the county government in order to create employment for themselves in the informal sector. Fellow citizens, may I wish all the best to our secondary and primary school national examination candidates this year. I understand that the teachers' strike has affected the school schedule, but I hope this will give them a reason to work harder and perform better. Although primary and secondary education is not devolved, the county government has invested heavily in this sector, more so in the mock examinations for all candidates in the school term. I urge the students to shun examination malpractices and strive to achieve decent results. Finally, as you are all aware, corruption is a major problem in the public sector. The management of public resources and offices is supposed to be carried out in a transparent and accountable manner by all civil servants. Public officials engaged in corrupt activities will have to carry their own cross. Yes. As the governor, I want to make it very clear here that if you are accused of corruption, you will be investigated by the investigative agencies and due process will be followed to discipline you. We will not defend any corrupt official, and we will not be allowed, and they will not be allowed to hide behind the shield of their clan or their subclans. If you are corrupt, you are corrupt as a person. Ukipatikana na hatia, isije ikawa hati unadhulumiwa kwa sababu wewe ni subclan fulani. Wakati unaiba, the subclan does not steal with you. We will not defend any corrupt official, and we will not be, and they will not be allowed to hide behind the shield of their clan and subclans if found corrupt or incompetent. My administration will not accept non-performing officers to continue receiving their salaries just like their hard-working counterparts who struggle every day to provide service to the people. It's not fair that those who are working and working well are earning, and those who are not working or are either corrupt or incompetent are also earning. This will not be tenable. Absenteeism from work will not be tolerated. We have commenced a rapid results initiative aimed at operationalizing all assets of county governments that have been completed, and this must be done as agreed with my team within 30 days. If there is a dispensary out there, if there is a borehole out there that has already been completed, government monies have been expended, then those must be operationalized so that they can serve the people for the intended reasons. The initiative also requires all departments to simplify their processes for better efficiency and decentralize their service as much as possible to the lowest level. As a government, we pledge to be committed to the people of Wajir County and to do our very best to exceed their expectations and to constantly seek their feedback and solicit for their ideas through public participation forum, such as we organized yesterday, where we engaged in a participatory and engaging discussion with representatives from all corners of the county. We ask you all to carry out your roles as a law-abiding citizen and help the security personnel to keep our towns and county safe by sharing whatever information you may come across. Let us all strive to contribute to the growth of our county and country. God bless Kenya, God bless Wajir County, and God bless us all. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi